Hi guys, today I'm gonna give you my top 5 reasons why the 2DS is better than the 3DS. This is all my opinion, nothing's factual, so don't take anything too seriously. But here's my top 5 reasons. Reason 5, the glossiness on the 3DS. The 2DS is matte, is a matte finish, so that means no fingerprints, which is a big deal, given the fact that you're always holding the system, and those fingerprints, they get annoying for me, especially. I mean, they're always there. I always wipe them down, and your system doesn't look dirty. It gets scratched easier. Also, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in hands. The 2DS has a matte finish, which it feels great. I mean, the system itself, it's all matte. You don't have to worry about fingerprints. You don't worry about your hands feeling really sweaty and greasy after a while because of that matte finish. I don't know what the gloss finish is, but it feels really bad after a while of playing after using the system. Okay, reason four is the 2DS is just more comfortable. I mean, when you hold in your hands, it just feels right. It feels like a controller. I don't feel cramped compared to the 3DS, which is in this little space right here where my hands are like this. I don't have too big of hands, but it just bothers me. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but it just does. The buttons also on the 2DS, it's a lot better. They're basically like the same buttons on the DS Lite, and on the 3DS, the buttons are like the original DS, which is bad. I don't like that. It's very clicky. It doesn't feel comfortable. It's not as soft when you press it down. Also, I like the DS Lite. The stylus is in this position, which is perfect. I mean, you're always gonna be using the stylus, and having it located here is perfect. On the 3DS, the stylus is located back here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, literally, I have to go reach back there in the middle of the game, not only pull out the stylus, but I have to put the DS down to extend the stylus out. That is too much work for something you're gonna use all the time, and I don't know why Nintendo did that, but it was a bad mistake because I find myself getting frustrated from trying to find the stylus, and it's just annoying. I know what you're saying. I could always just get an external stylus and use it, but given the fact that this is a portable system, I'm not gonna carry anything but the system. And the stylus that comes with the system is what I'm using, and I gotta be stuck with this, which is annoying. And another reason my comfort is the power button. On the 3DS, the power button is literally where the select and start button is in a lot of video game systems. And I don't know how many times I pressed this by mistake and made my game turn off, losing all my data, which is annoying. I'm getting used to it so far, but the 2DS has almost the same problem, but the start and select buttons are right here, where they should be, and the power button's all the way down here, which is a lot better because you're gonna be pressing the start and select button. Power button's down here. You don't have to worry about it as much compared to it being down here and start select buttons or being right here in the center right here, which is really annoying. Okay, the third reason is the battery life. The 2DS has a battery life, has a half hour more battery life than the 3DS, which is not too much, but any amount of battery life is perfect. It's not perfect. It's better. Given the fact that this is a portable system, and when you're out there playing your video games out there on the road with no charger and no extra batteries, and any extra amount of battery life is beneficial. Imagine you're playing Pokemon and you're breeding, and maybe that extra 30 minutes you could breed your perfect Pokemon, and so I mean it's worth it compared to this, where it's at last is only 3.5, and this last is 3.5 to 5.5, and I think this should also last longer just because it doesn't have 3D, and if you accidentally turn on your 3D by mistake during that 3 to 5 hours, it's destroying your battery life. So take that into consideration. The second reason why I think the 2DS is better is because it's more durable. Um, the 3DS has a hinge, and this hinge, I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. I mean, mine is starting to really squeak. You guys can hear that. Anyways, whenever you want to use your 3DS or your 3DS, you're always gonna open it and close it, open it, close it, open it and close it, and this hinge could only last so long. I mean, I still have my old Game Boy Color and my Game Boy Advance, the first Game Boy Advance, not the SP. and they're still working fine. They last, and I think this hinge right here is what's gonna make this 3DS not last as long. I mean, a couple of years down the line, maybe 10 years, it's gonna be gone. It's probably gonna break this hinge. Given the fact that there is a ribbon connecting the screen here onto the motherboard, and every time I open this up, that little ribbon is being stressed, and I'm not sure how long that's gonna last, but um, yeah, the chances of failure is more. Versus the 2DS, where it's just one piece, you don't have to worry about that. Everything's connected. There's no moving parts compared to this, which is why it's like the theory of, how why solid state memory is better than hard drives is because solid state memories don't have moving parts, or that compared to a hard drive, what does, which is the reason why SSDs could last longer than hard drive. Same reason here. This 2DS will probably last longer than this 3DS because it doesn't have that moving hinge. And my final reason why the 2DS is better than the 3DS is the pricing. This retails for $130. This retails for $170, which is a big difference. It's a $40 difference, given tax too as well, and that's almost a game. So in theory, if you just pick up this 3DS, you're not gonna you can, if you have only $170 and you pick up this 3DS, you can't afford a game, and you're stuck with a system without any games, which is bad. If you have that $170, you can pick up this system and a video game as well, which is good because Pokemon could last you a long time. Fire Emblem. There's a lot of good games on the 2DS or the 3DS, so I mean that's always good. And also, not every game requires 3D. I mean, with Legends of Zelda Oracle of Time, I played that. It allows you to use 3D throughout the game, but I mean, if I didn't have 3D, it wouldn't hinder my experience. Same as Pokemon, Fire Emblem, and what other games I have? I think that's all I have for right now. But the only game that would matter is Super Mario World 3D Land. But if you're really gonna just buy a 3DS just for that game, it's not worth it. I mean, you try it out, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it just to buy for that one game. It depends how much you like Mario. If you really love it, I guess you get the 3DS. But if you don't. Anyways, this is my top 5 reasons of why I think the 2DS is better than the 3DS. And if you do make this purchase and pick up this thing, you won't regret it. It's a really good system, and you will love it.